Hey everyone, it's Mari. Thank you so much for stopping by today. I have a 12 by 12 scrapbooking process here for you, and I'm going to start out with this really heavy white cardstock. And I'm going to be using 3 different colors of mist at the top. I'm just going to let those drip down my page. And I had a lot of trouble with the nozzles on my mists today. If you have any suggestions as to how to unclog the little holes in these mist bottles, I would love to know how to unclog them. I used a pin, I used warm water, I used my baby wipes there. I feel like I have used just about everything I can think of to try to unclog these mists. My shimmers seem to be the worst. The Heidi Swap pink, I couldn't actually even get it to come out today. I had to pour it into another little travel spray bottle that I had amongst some little travel bottles that I had bought. And so, yeah, I had a little bit of an issue. I ended up with mist kind of like everywhere, all over my workspace. But anyhow, I eventually got some spread out here, and I really like how those 3 colors look at the top of my page. Now, my idea was to take this script stencil. This is a Crafter's Workshop stencil, and I've had it for a really long time in my stash. I've used it a ton for art journaling, and I've used it on some scrapbooking layouts in the past as well. I really love this. It's just got kind of like a really subtle text in the background, and it just adds a really neat texture to the layout. I'm just using a little bit of light molding paste here from Golden over top here with my spatula, and I'll just take a few minutes here off camera to let that dry. Now what I'm going to do is take my 4x6 photo here, which I've printed in black and white, and I'm going to mat this on this really gorgeous pattern paper from Crepe Paper Maggie Holmes Carousel. And I've noticed quite a few people using this collection lately, and I actually had gotten it out right after I finished my December daily because I have a couple of collections, including Pages Turn the Page, that I got right before sort of like the whole Christmas project started happening, and I haven't hardly touched them. I've got a ton of them left, and so I wanted to work with this collection, or I want to really get working with it. It's such a beautiful collection, and I love the color palette. It's so pretty. And I wanted to use this specific pattern paper because it has those colors in it that I've sprayed the mists in. So I'm just going to do a really simple mat here. I do end up actually adding a black mat behind the photograph after, and then you'll see that just off to the right where I'm working there, that there's just a really thin little black mat, just because it makes the photograph stand out a little bit more on that pattern paper, and that's what I wanted. So I'm just going to take this white cardstock now that's is the base of my layout, and I'm going to just size it down about 1/2 inch on all 4 sides. And I just want to do that because I want to end up putting this onto that really gorgeous black and white diagonal stripe paper from this Carousel collection. And so I'm going to use that as a frame, and you'll just see me just attempting to size this down a bit more so that quite a bit of that black and white paper will be poking out around the edges. So I wanted to do just a little bit of black accents on this layout as well, just because I think that really pops off of the page when the background is white with this little bit of color on it. And so I think that's going to look quite nice when it's all finished. I'm going to eventually adhere this down to this diagonal paper. Oh yeah, I've got a nice packaging, bit of packaging stuck to the back of my paper. I just want you all to know, so full disclosure here, my craft room and my table at this point in time was a complete disaster. And yeah, I really need to get into my craft room and either do a destash or never purchase another item again, which, I mean, who am I trying to kid? But anyway, something needs to happen drastically in the near future. So I'm just trying to figure out where I want to place my photo here. I knew that I wanted to use that black and white bow. It's the last one of those black and white bows that I have left, and I really love those. They're so pretty. I thought about maybe putting my photo at the top and then doing the title and the journaling underneath, but I really wanted that top part with the color and the stencil to really stand out at the top. So I decided to just put my photograph on the lower half of the paper and do a cluster to the left. And then I'll have just a little bit of an embellishment at the top of the photo, and then my title on the bottom right. So this is going to be really, really simple, guys. I'm not going to do a ton of embellishing. The rest of the layout comes together quite quickly once I kind of decide what it is that I want to do here. So I fussy cut that little kite that you see there, that's that really pretty blue, and I just took that from the 6x6 pattern paper and I fussy cut it, and just to create a little embellishment in that way with that. And then I just took a few of the die cuts and layered them behind that little kite and the bow. And now I'm just going to take these really gorgeous little gold foil foam thickers or alphas, and I'm going to spell out the word "that," and then the rest of the title is going to be Best and Life. And the word best is from the chipboard thickers from the Carousel collection, and I just really love these thickers. They're so pretty. They're like a white with gold kind of detail on them, or an outline, and I just think they're so pretty, and I think they look really nice with this layout. There's a few gold accents here and there. I'm going to use some of the little star sequins from the collection as well here and there around the layout, also to bring that gold in. So little gold accents as well as the black, just to have a little bit of a pop on the layout. So I decided to use these Felicity Jane foam alphas as well to spell out the word life at the bottom. These are extremely difficult little alphas to work with because they are they're really thin, but they're thick. I don't know how to explain that. They're thick in depth, but they're narrow when you look at them. So they're really, really hard to manipulate and get stuck down here. So you're going to see me just kind of fiddle around with them a little bit between this spatula and my tweezers. I eventually spell out the word life with those Felicity Jane alphas. And I don't remember which Felicity Jane kit these were with. You'd have to go over to Gina's shop and check it out if you're interested in these. They are really sweet. I love them. I really like how they look when they're down there, but they were kind of a little bit finicky to work with. But I like the the different fonts that I've used here in the title. It just makes it look a little more interesting. So that is one type of alpha, and then Best and Life, and they're each a different alpha. So I'm going to now just take those 3 little star sequins that I found there, that I had from the ephemera pack, or the little goodies pack that came with or was part of the Carousel collection, and I'm going to use those in sort of like a top area above the photo, and then one to the left, and then down by the title there as well. So things are coming together. You can see that I've added a sticker from the sticker sheet from Carousel behind that kite, and it's just a little floral piece just to add a little bit more detail over to that side. And I am going to show you at the very end here, I'm going to slow the video down a little bit, and I'm going to show you that I added a little bit of twine to the tag above the photo, and I'm going to add a couple of little phrase stickers from Vicky Bouton as well here, and I'll show you that just in a couple of minutes once I get this stuck down. Here's a quick little trick and tip. When I get this all finished, I'm actually going to adhere the whole thing down, including that black and white backing paper, to a piece of really light cardboard, and it really helps it all stick down and take the sort of the warping out of the paper, which is really nice. I like how it looks when it's finished. I've just added a little bit of black Heidi Swap Color Shine, and you can see the little phrase stickers that I've added in there as well. And that's going to be it, guys, for my layout today. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate it. And I will see you another time. Have an amazing day. Bye-bye.